I've been here at this Religious Education Innovation Roundtable, and the project that I have shared is about how you can use business techniques to help congregations. I serve a congregation in Reading, Massachusetts that has experienced quite a lot of turnover and challenge in the last several years, similar to many of our Unitarian Universalist congregations at different times in their life. One of the things that I've done is to use two ideas, one called lean experimentation, based on a book by Eric Rice, R-I-E-S, and second, Scrum, S-C-R-U-M, training, developed by Unitarian Universalist Jeff Sutherland, to help this congregation. In developing a number of programs, we've taken some of the principles of both these business ideas and tried to employ them for the congregation. One of the ideas that both of these programs and project management principles share is to work in small bursts of activity, to have a group that relates back to a project leader, which could be called a Scrum Master if you're using Scrum, and to try to work together, constantly checking in to see how much can be achieved in short periods of time. Using this method has helped the group to achieve things that for them would have been impossible, like rebuilding a religious education committee with strong leadership, or deciding that they were going to participate in a social justice program. Using the second example, this group was able to raise $10,000 and get a group of more than 75 individuals from the congregation of all ages to participate in a march for peace and an end to gun violence in inner cities that would have for them been out of reach just a few years ago. The confidence that it has built in the congregation when they succeed, when they are trying efforts like this, is huge, and it allows them to then build on that and to go forward and to identify other programs that they want to try and achieve. In the structure of the religious education program, which was deeply damaged through some of the transitions, we have been able to rebuild leadership, to build strength in the leadership that exists, and to draw in people, not only parents, but a wide variety of other members of the congregation to help lead the program. So these are some of the ways in which these business ideas can be used in congregations. One of the things that I think impedes progress in our congregations is a fear of change. And one of the things that we look at through the Religious Education Innovation Roundtable and through our work as religious educators and as congregational leaders are ways to move congregations forward through that fear of change. One of the things you have to recognize is that a little bit of change is not a bad thing, and it will cause some tension. I recently had a congregant come up to me and say with some power, "I hate change," and I congratulated her for being able to say that. When we look at change, we recognize that it does develop those queasy feelings in us, and we have to breathe through them and remember that life as we know it will not end if we try these things. These are all experiments. So in one of the programs I named, Lean Experimentation, that word experiment is in there. What I always say to people as we're trying new things is just remember it's an experiment. We're all going to learn from it. Life as we know it will not end. We will go on. We will be stronger for trying this. And a little bit of change can be a very, very good thing because we maintain the values that are in this congregation, all of the strength of community, all of the things that have drawn us together as a faith community will remain. so many people are caught up in what Anna Bethea just talked about, which is doing rather than being. A commonality among all the people here, I think, is that we are thinking about being. And what I think the Innovation Roundtable has done is to draw together people that are willing to get out of the box, willing to, as we said, stand on the edge of the cliff and believe that we will grow wings and that it will deepen our connection to Unitarian Universalism and strengthen our congregations and bring more depth to our faith communities.